Make sure to be a member on the channel, link is in the description. Hello guys, once again it's Matt, and today we have another video. Let's thank our members Sila, Mr. Patrick, Tishala, RS, Alafush, and Vivi. Make sure to subscribe, join our Discord, and be a member if you want to help the channel a little bit more. Okay, so let's get into it. So today, after the MiG-23's video, just a little bit before, after they added the feature of the radar, you know, the tilt radars feature and stuff, we are testing out a little bit on the F-14 and talking about a little bit of maps in War Thunder. So this first match is the perfect kind of situation that an F-14 can have, and the more we go into the future, the better this type of thing will be. So yeah, but first let's talk a little bit about the feature. As you see, as I said on the video, 70-kilometer shot, almost 60, you know. The feature, it helps a lot with the TWS, you know. So it helps with everything on the radar, as you see, the TWS especially, because it just maintains it, stabilizes it on the TWS for the Phoenix to receive its, you know, its updates on the flight path and stuff. So it's just a very, very effective way to fly. And yeah, we are flying kind of high, shot the missiles, and then we just gotta wait, you know. But yeah, the thing is, this helps a lot, and let's talk a little bit about the maps as well. To be honest, this feature, as many point out on the comments of the yesterday's video, obviously this type of situation and this type of feature is better in open maps and big maps like this one. But it doesn't mean that it is a bad feature because of that. It means that we have bad maps, you know, and bad situations that we're facing. So yeah, I think we have kind of a mix between people here. You know, there's people that just really hate this type of map, like large ones and stuff. And yeah, first kill with the Phoenix there. And then, where's the other one? I think, yeah, 2 kills. So very good kills, very long range, 60 kilometers. So yeah, this is the best situation ever for a TWS together with Phoenix. You know, the F-14 is made for this type of thing. So yeah, obviously it is worse in small maps. And as I was saying, there's two types of people now playing this game. I think there are people that actually enjoy BVR and want to fly in BVR and these large maps, and there are people that are just completely hate these maps and want just small maps with dogfights and stuff and frenetic stuff. And I think we don't have a very good balance right now. I think it's just very hard to actually get these types of maps, you know. It's really hard, and to be honest, the more we go into the future, yeah, the better it will be to have these type of maps. Trust me, you know, you don't want to see MiG-29s and F-15s in 9-kilometer maps with missiles that are, you know, I mean, I'm exaggerating, but you understand what I'm saying. And it is just a big problem, I think, in War Thunder. And it doesn't change the fact that this feature is amazing. It just changes the fact that you don't have to actually say bad things about the feature itself. You have to say bad things about the maps that we have and about these type of things, you know. I think these maps are the best ones because, as you see right here, even though we got the kills from 60 kilometers, we are fighting in a close range and dogfighting and shooting IR missiles and stuff like that. So it's a very good mix between the two types of gameplay, you know, with BVR for the start of the match and maybe later when you try to find something or somebody. And after that you always have these dogfights, you know. It's not like if you have BVR the dogfights stop existing. They just are a little bit more less common than it was, obviously, but they're still happening a lot, and the majority of players will kill people only in dogfights anyway, you know, because of most aircraft. There are just few aircraft here right now that are actually good at BVR, you know. So it's just a matter of a phase transitioning and stuff like that. And as you see here, I'm going to show a little bit on a smaller map how it is. And it is just kind of weird, you know. it's, I mean, you don't have even to have time to actually climb, and you have to shoot your missiles, and it is just frenetic, and there's 10 guys shooting missiles at you, and it's just kind of crazy. It's not a gameplay that I really enjoy, to be honest. I think, even though it's fun, I think the bigger maps are way more fun than this for these aircraft. I'm not saying that in 10.0 you have to have those maps, even though I enjoy them, especially in aircraft like aircraft that fly really high, like the F-104, the MiG-21, the F-4C, for example, is really good at those maps as well. But also here, for example, you know, like the F-14, and it is just, you know, it's just a matter that at some point everybody will have this type of aircraft, and everybody will crave those maps because everybody will understand what I'm saying. Most people don't like this because there's a lot of F5s flying around, you know, there's a lot of MiG-21s flying around. So you ended up not having the most amount of, you know, time to do BVR and stuff like that. So, and people just don't have BVR sometimes, and it's just a matter of time until everybody has it. Good BVRs, you know, and good raiders and stuff like that. So, yeah, it's a matter of meta changing as always. But yeah, I think it's a very, very, very good addition, the raider thing. But it is a thing that actually makes you think a little bit. And there are some bugs. I still want to report. There's a bug that is really hard to actually lock people sometimes. But at the end of the day, it's just a very, very good quality of life kind of thing. It really helps. I mean, sometimes obviously you will not be effective because you will try to just get a lock and stuff like that, and you ended up missing a missile because of these and that, and you ended up getting killed because of it. But if you remain calm and use it correctly, obviously you still have the acquire mode and stuff like that for shorter ranges. This is not a thing that you're going to actually use for longer ranges. You have to realize that, you know. It's not something made for a 5 kilometer radar shot, you know. It's made for 30 kilometers, 20 kilometers, 15 kilometers at least, you know. Because beyond that, below that, I mean, you are just going to go with the acquire modes, you know, that all the aircraft at this BR have. So yeah, it's just a matter of getting used to it, but it is very good. I think it's a very welcomed addition for most players. A lot of people are just happy to see this. I mean, I think the next stage here is to have a proper RWR. You know, I think we still don't have a proper RWR because, you know, there are more advanced ones, there are more the less advanced ones, and it is kinda simulated that, but it's not really though, you know, it's really not that simulated, and that just becomes a little bit weird sometimes, and especially because you don't have a launch warning for more advanced missiles, more advanced RWRs. So for example, I probably the F-14 has that as well, but I know that the MLD, for example, had that in real life with the Berioza, with a launch authorized missile launch system, you know, missile launch warning for radar missiles, and it's just a matter of being able to actually understand these missiles and try to fight against them, because for now at least it's really easy to evade these missiles. I mean, the AIM-7F is kind of weird. The R-24 doesn't have the most amount of energy, and there's some weird stuff happening, you know. But once we get R-27s, AIM-7Ms, R-77s, AIM-120s, you know, some stuff like that, it will be a lot harder to actually evade missiles like that. And this is just a matter of the evolution of missiles, you know. It will be active missiles and, you know, I mean 30G missiles, 40G missiles and stuff like that. So it is just a matter that you really need to really need to get ahead of ourselves here, because if not, I mean, when we get those missiles, it will be kind of a, I mean, it's going to be a pain to actually evade missiles like that without a proper RWR. So yeah, now we don't only have the lock button and stuff like the lock sound and stuff like that. So yeah, for example here I'm less than 9 kilometers, so I just use the normal tracking mode for the normal, you know, acquire mode. So you can use that as well. So most of the matches, obviously, you're going to use this a lot, just because the maps are so small, you know. But it doesn't mean that you're not going to use the other stuff. So I would advise you guys to actually learn how to use it and try to use it properly. And another thing that I want to talk about the F-14 is that the F-14, I mean, remember that the Phoenix is not a missile that it's very good against fighters. You know, it's really bad actually at fighters. It's made for bombers and stuff like that. Even in real life, you normally used Sparrows only and nines, you know, to actually do caps and stuff like that. So it is just a matter of knowing what type of missile is better for what type of mission. And yeah, I see a lot of people complaining about the Phoenixes. It's just a matter that in these small maps, yeah, the Phoenix is not that great. And I think you should focus on 6 Sparrows, especially with the radar now. It's kind of a little bit more easy, you know, to use them. Remember, obviously, the F-14 radar is kind of... I really don't like this radar, to be honest. I mean, I think it's very limited in the sense of sensibility to blind speeds and stuff like that, which means that the aircraft becomes a little bit easier to lose the lock against the target, and that just becomes a little bit frustrating. So, to be honest, I really don't enjoy flying the F-14. I really enjoy more the smaller, like MiG-29s, MiG-23s, smaller stuff, F-16s, smaller and lighter aircraft. I really enjoy those types of aircraft. But yeah, you still have to learn how to use the F-14 and try to use it correctly. So, and it's just a matter of that it is not that good, especially with the Phoenix in these small maps. Even the AIM-7F is not that good in these small maps. I'm starting to realize that it's probably better to use 4 AIM-9s and 4 AIM-Sparrows in these small maps. Just because of that, you know. Because you lose a lot of locks, and it's really easy to lose lock in this radar for some reason, compared to the MiG-23, for example. So yeah, it's problematic. But anyway, it's a matter of getting used to it. And then the loadouts that I use is normally 6 Sparrows and then 2 AIM-9s on the smaller maps, and on the bigger maps we normally use 4 Phoenixes and 2 Sparrows and then 2 AIM-9s, even though in the first match I only used 2 Phoenixes. But if I had more, probably would have got more kills, because 60 kilometer shots, I mean, the AIM-54 will not see anybody. And this is a custom battle against my friends. Just to show a little bit, they were doing 2v2, you know, so we had a MiG-23 on my side, and then they were flying a Mirage, I think, and a Vegan, and they were trying to kill me with the F-14. And as you see how effective this is in a bigger map like this, I mean, I'm just climbing a lot, and the TWS is just locking and taking a look on the targets while I just get closer and get higher for the AIM-54s to actually work a little bit better. I'm going to miss all the AIM-54s, but it's more of because they knew that the missiles were coming, you know, so it's really hard to get kills when the guys knows that the missiles are coming. The Phoenixes are very good at just getting people by surprise, you know, because you know it's a fat missile and it's not a very good dogfighting missile or anything like that. It's not meant to be, but you know what I mean. So yeah, in a normal match probably would have killed him, just like I did at the start of the match, but here we didn't. And yeah, it's just a way to show how the TWS works and how easy it is to maintain the lock. Think about all the 4th gen aircraft that we will probably get, even if we get some later versions of the F-16. Obviously, if you saw the video on the F-16, you saw that I think the first TWS variant that the F-16 got, the radar that the F-16 got, was the Block 10 or Block 15, I don't remember. So if we get something like that, MiG-29s, Su-27s and F-15s and all those cool stuff, the Tornadoes and stuff, Mirage 2000s, they all have TWS, and TWS will be an amazing thing, you know. You can maintain kind of the lock without getting an actual lock on the target, and it's just a way better way to actually maintain the sight, I mean, it just increases a lot the situational awareness of you against the targets that you are trying to kill. And yeah, it's a matter of just getting used to it. Now I knew, because I was hearing them scream a little bit because of the phoenixes, I knew that they were looking for me at a higher altitude, and I knew that they were trying to evade the phoenixes. I was just trying to find them. As you see, very easy to find. Trying to get a lock, but it is really hard to get a lock sometimes. And as you saw, yeah, I think I have to report it. I mean, I'm losing a lot of locks and weird stuff happening with the radar and stuff. But anyway, it happens on all the aircraft, and it is very fun actually to fly like this. I mean, you're just flying around and shooting missiles and getting. It's like a chess match, you know. You have to really understand what they are doing and try to anticipate their moves and try to fire missiles wherever you can. And here is a bad example of a missile. And yeah, very very cool. So yeah, it helps a lot having the radar tilt mode and stuff. It really does help a lot. And as I said, we really need an RWR. You know, really need overhaul of the RWRs. I think it's the most I mean the most important thing right now, to be honest. And yeah, I think it's just a matter of time, I think, to get it. Splash 1 there with the aim 9, and but we still needed to we need to say stuff like that so that maybe they see this and think about this. But it is in the same manner that the radar tilt modes and stuff like that are helping a lot. The RWR would help a lot, especially when we get missiles like the R-27 and missiles like that. But yeah, he turned because of the MiG-23 that we have there. It's a friendly MiG-23 there. And it's a Mirage 3 because my friend is kind of weird and he likes the Mirage 3 better than the F1. But I don't blame him because the F1 is kind of limited. But yeah, an F-14 against a Mirage is kind of, yeah. Sorry, Pedrinho, sorry. But yeah, I hope you enjoyed, and I see you guys in the next one. Make sure to comment what you think about all this that I said. So yeah, I hope you enjoyed, and I see you guys. Bye.